Hey, real talk, the very first time I fired up the Legion Tower 5i, it wasn't the specs that made me stay in my seat, it was the feeling of confidence it gave me the moment everything loaded smooth and fast. This is for the kind of person who doesn't just tolerate performance, you demand it. You're the one who's felt the frustration of dropped frames at the worst moment, seen textures pop in late when every second counts, and known that sinking feeling when your rig just isn't enough anymore. Before anything else, take a second to check the current price and stock. Machines like this don't stay priced where they should for long. You knew it was time to upgrade when your old setup could technically run games, but never owned them the way you wanted. Menus crawled when they shouldn't. Load times dragged. Your system just felt like it was holding you back. You didn't hate it, you just quietly outgrew it, one stuttered scene at a time. The relief hits fast with the Legion Tower 5i. You don't just launch titles, you enter them. The combination of an Intel Core Ultra 7 and RTX 5070 doesn't whisper, it executes. Once you live in that space, anything weaker feels like watching through a pane that dulls every detail instead of being there. Everything feels anchored, responsive, intentional. Picture this, you drop into an open-world adventure, and instead of waiting on assets to settle, everything is ready before you even blink. Tight firefights feel sharp, visuals stay crisp, and your system doesn't hesitate when the action hits. Streaming alongside gameplay feels stable and natural, no dropped frames, no awkward slowdowns. That feeling isn't about numbers on a sheet, that's presence you notice before you analyze it. And if you're wondering whether the RTX 5070 really pulls its weight, let that doubt go. It's not about flashy marketing, it's about how every scene flows, how shadows hold depth you actually notice, and how motion stays confident no matter what you throw at it. That's performance you feel before you even think about it. Here's something that surprises everyone, everyday tasks feel smoother too. Switching between apps doesn't make the system flinch. Video playback stays fluid. Even VR doesn't feel like a novelty, it feels possible, immersive, real. That's one of those unexpected benefits you don't realize you've been missing until you actually live it. Owning something like this changes how you think about your space. You don't tolerate hiccups anymore, you expect fluidity. You don't adjust settings to cope, you choose settings because you want to push boundaries. There's a quiet satisfaction that comes from knowing your PC doesn't just run games, it performs them with authority. Performance that feels instant and confident, visuals that stay smooth under load, multitasking that never hesitates, storage that starts everything quickly, a build that keeps you in the moment. Not the most budget entry choice, requires a little space to set up at some point. You stop comparing weaker rigs and choose what genuinely resonates with you. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you think about later and wish you hadn't delayed. Check the price now, trust the instinct that brought you here, and step into performance that finally feels like yours.